Okay, so we'll start here. Type 4. Type 4 is now evaluating the double integral in a polar coordinates. So the strip position in a polar coordinates is a little different. That we'll discuss with example. But first, let we see the difference between Cartesian and polar coordinates. Here, you can observe the graph paper. This graph paper is mainly used for a Cartesian coordinate system. We know if we require any point here, say, uh, suppose we have the coordinates 6, 6. Okay, right now I taken 6, 6 here. So just you have to move the horizontal distance 6, then vertical distance 6, and we reach to that point. This is actually the x distance. This is actually the y distance, is it? And we have in general that point P is a P comma xy. That is in particular here 6, 6 is there. So P comma xy is a Cartesian coordinate system. Now instead of Cartesian, we are going to use a polar coordinate system to get a point, which is denoted as r comma theta. R comma theta. So exactly r and theta will give us same point 6, 6, provided if we take r equal to, suppose I take root 72, r is a root 72 and theta is a 45 degree. If I take this one, so first I will plot theta equal to 45 degree angle. So if I want theta equal to 45, so this will be the line. Okay, this will be the line which is a 45 degree. Okay, so this is a line theta equal to 45 degree first, which is a x equal to y line actually. Okay, so that way, something like that. Theta equal to 40. On theta equal to 45, we have to plot this distance root 72. If we plot this distance root 72, this will be the root 72 there. Actually, indirectly, what is this root 72? Root 72 is r, and this angle is a theta. So we get that point P comma r theta, P of r theta. So indirectly, we have there a right angle triangle, whose horizontal distance is x, vertical distance is y, angle is a theta, and diagonal is r. Okay, so that is the relation between xy and r theta. So xy are a Cartesian coordinates, while r and theta are a polar coordinates. So can you tell me the values of x and y in terms of r theta? What are that?
X is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta.
R sin theta.
Very good. So x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta. Remember, these are the most important relation that we required in type 5. Next type. Okay, type 5, we are going to use this. That is x is r cos theta, y is r sin theta, and that's a relation between Cartesian and polar coordinate system. This is also known as a transformation of a Cartesian to the polar coordinates. Transformation of Cartesian to polar. So that we'll learn in the next session mainly. That is a type 5. But now, when we have to plot any polar curve, okay, for example, let I first write one Cartesian equation. Suppose I have to draw this curve, y is equal to x square. Can you tell me what is this curve?
Sir, upper parabola.
Upper parabola, not hyperbola. Okay, so so this is upper parabola. You can draw it directly like this. This is one of the way to draw it. Okay, and if you want in particular, what you will do, you put x as a 0, y is 0. You see that it is passing through 0, 0. You put x is 1, y is 1, so it passes through 1, 1. Okay, like that you get some points and then you can draw it. So this is the way we can draw a Cartesian curve. But if we are given, instead of Cartesian, suppose we are given this curve r equal to sine 2 theta, how to draw this curve? How to draw this curve? Because this is not a curve in the form of x and y, it is in the form of r and theta, where r and theta are a polar coordinates there. So that time we don't have this Cartesian graph paper. This graph paper we are not using that for that purpose. We use a polar graph paper. So this is the Cartesian graph paper that we use to plot the Cartesian equation. But to plot a polar graphs, we have the polar graph paper like this. Okay, this is the polar graph paper. This is the graph paper. This is not a graph. And if we have to plot some graph, say r equal to, I will say r equal to 2, say sine of theta. Instead of 2, I can take a little bigger number, say 4. If we have to draw this curve r equal to 4 sine theta, r equal to 4 sine theta. The way to draw this curve is we have to just put different theta, and for that theta we have to plot the length r. For example, if theta is a 0 degree, this is theta is a 0 degree, this line, remember in polar graph paper the two lines are important. This line is known as initial line. What is initial line? Initial line is positive x-axis where theta equal to 0 degree. Theta equal to 0 degree is known as the initial line, which is the positive x-axis, and y-axis is known as perpendicular to initial line. Okay, y-axis is obviously perpendicular line to the initial line there. That is the y-axis. So initial line is theta equal to 0 degree. On that, what is the value of r? What will be the value of r when theta is a 0?
0.
0. That's the
R is
correct
equal to
answer.
0.
Okay, so that is the correct answer. So when theta is 0, r is 0, we got 1 point here. Next, I will put theta equal to 45 degree. If theta is a 45 degree, what will be r?
Root 2.
2 root 2.
Yes, it is actually sine 45 is 1 by root 2. It is 4 root 2. That is 2 root 2 is the correct answer. 2 root 2 is a something. Yes, if you see the number, what is that number? It is a 2 point or 3 point.
3 point.
3.8 something. So this 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 3.8. So I can take somewhere here. So this is on angle 45 degree, on angle pi by 4. On angle pi by 4, we replace the value of r. What is r? R is a 2 root 2. This is suppose 2 root 2 is a number. Next, if I put 90 degree, what is the value of r?
4.
Yes, it is a 4. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be the unit. I think I taken some wrong number here. It may be
2.8.
2.8 is there, correct. So it is not 3.8. So someone you given me the wrong value.
2.8.
2.8 is a correct value. So somewhere here you will get this is 1 unit, 2 unit, and this is 3 unit. So why I'm saying it is a 2 unit? Because this inner circle is of radius 1, this second circle is a radius 2. So polar graph papers have the circular rings of unit radius. Okay, differences of one unit there, and then you have these angular lines, horizontal that rays are like angular lines there. So that is known as radial lines also. That are radial line. Next 135. You will get this point again 2 root 2. 180, you will get r as a 0. Okay, when theta is 180, sine 180 is a 0. When theta is a 225, what is the value of minus 2 root 2? Now remember, whenever r is a negative, we should not plot that value because we consider that r as imaginary curve. Whenever, because r is a length, and this length is a never negative. Whenever there is r is a negative, we consider that as a region of absence. So there is no curve at this point because r is a negative. You will observe when you put r as a 270 degree or 3 pi by 2 also, r is a negative. R is negative. So there is no curve from 180 onward to 360 degree because theta moves from 0 to 2 pi only, and we don't have the curve in this third and fourth quadrant. Now we have only 4 points. Okay, right now if we want a more smooth curve, you have to add the angles. For example, you can put theta equal to 30 degree, you find out r equal to 4 sine 30, and then on 30 degree you can put that number that way. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, that way, and you will observe the curve will be like this. What is this curve? This curve is r equal to 4 sine theta is actually a circle. This is a circle whose diameter is a 4, on y-axis. So right now you don't have to plot this curve in an exam with this way by plotting these points. You have to remember the curves like you remember the curve of Cartesian equation. You have to just by heart this equation and their curves so that we can plot it and we can get the limits for double integral. Okay, so I will tell you which curves you have to remember. There are 3 circles first. So let I write all these. Let I write the equations first. Okay, the first equation is r is equal to a. Second equation is r is equal to say 4 cos theta, and third equation is r is equal to 4 sin theta. Okay, so these are the circle equation. The first r is equal to a is actually in Cartesian form given as x square plus y square equal to a square. We know what is r? R is the root of x square plus y square. So this is x square plus y square equal to a square is in Cartesian form. The same equation in polar is given as r equal to a. So what is r equal to a? R equal to a is a circle whose center is a 0, 0 and radius a. So if you have to draw that curve, if we want to draw that curve, okay, it is not erasing, no issue. So r equal to a, suppose that a is in this case suppose 4. So there will be a circle, say this is r equal to 4. That is r equal to 4. Okay. So in particular, I taken a equal to 4. You can take a is equal to anything because a is not given. So a is some arbitrary constant, but we can say r is equal to a otherwise. You can write it as r is equal to a there. Okay, that way. Then r equal to 4 cos theta is a circle whose diameter is a 4. R equal to 4 cos theta is a circle whose diameter is a 4 on x-axis. So that circle will be on x-axis with the diameter 4. So this is your r equal to 4 cos theta. R equal to 4 cos theta. And obviously r equal to 4 sin theta, we already seen that is this side. This is r equal to 4 sin theta. Is it clear? Any doubt?
So R is equal to A will you show again?
R equal to a is a very simple curve. What is the equation? This is no
Yes,
x.
sir.
So what is that? It is a circle with a center 0, 0 and radius a. That's one only.
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So that is a straightforward curve actually. So I will show you that curves on the next slide here. So here are that curves only. So the first is r equal to a. This curve. This curve is here. R equal to a. Next curve is r equal to 2a cos theta. Whenever cos theta is there, diameter, this diameter 2a, diameter is of length 2a, and that should be on x-axis. And last one is r equal to 2a sin theta. Whenever sin theta is there, r equal to 2a sin theta, so diameter should be 2a, and that length, diameter 2a should be on y-axis there. So that about the three circles you should remember. Okay. After that, we require only this right hand and left hand cardioid. So next curve is a cardioid. The cardioid name is given because they are heart-shaped curve. These are heart-shaped curve. Okay, shape of the curve is like a heart. So out of that, this upper cardioid and lower cardioid is not required. In this cardioid graphs, you can compare with parabolas also. We have four types of parabolas. When we say y square equal to 4x, we draw a right. Is it right hand parabola?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, when we get x square equal to 4y, we get upper parabola that way. Similarly, when r equal to a 1 plus cos theta, whenever there is r equal to a 1 plus cos theta is there, you should take right hand cardioid. This is right hand cardioid, and 1 minus cos theta r equal to a 1 minus cos theta is a left hand cardioid. So these two cardioid at least you should remember. Now, how actually it is drawn? Let I show you. Let I show you. So we'll move to the previous screen here. So you can see. Let me draw one curve. Say r equal to a 1 plus cos theta. For simplicity, you can assume any value of a. Yes, which value you want?
1.
Okay, if you take a equal to 1. Okay, so what will be the value of r when theta is a 0?
2.
2.
2.
So first thing you will get 2 units. So this is 1 unit, this is 2 unit. Okay, so this is the first point we got, that is r is equal to 2 when theta is a 0. Next, you can take 45 degree also, but I will not go in that because I will take 90 degree.
R is equal to 1.
When theta is a 90, r is 1. So next point we get here is r equal to 1. Next, when theta is 180, r is a 0. And the last 270, that is also 1. Now we know there is a cardioid, and cardioid will pass through these 4 points that you should know. And when we draw this curve, quickly you should able to draw the curve like this. Okay, so this heart shaped curve on the right side. So it is a right hand cardioid. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Right now A is taken as 1. Actually A is anything, so someone draw this curve, that is correct, and someone is not interested like this curve. So what we can draw the curve like this also. Suppose I am interested 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 units. That is I taken actually A equal to uh, it is not 8, A equal to 4 I taken. Okay, so 1 2 3 4. Your second point comes here, third point comes here, 1 2 3 4, next point comes here, and your cardioid will look like this. That's a right hand cardioid. Are you getting? So important, these points are also don't have to show there, just you have to, but yes, you should know the coordinates. If this curve is r equal to a, 1 plus cos theta, you should know the coordinates of this point are, this is actually r equal to 2a and theta is a 0. So it is a 2a comma 0. This point is actually r is equal to a, and what is theta? Theta is pi by 2. So a comma pi by 2. Coordinate of origin, actually origin have 0 0 in xy plane, but here this is r equal to 0 and theta is pi. So 0 comma pi. 0 comma pi is the coordinate of this point, and this point have the coordinate, say a comma 3 pi by 2. Are you getting my point? Is it clear? Remember 3 circles that you have to we require, 2 cardioid, and there is one last curve left now, that is a Lemny sketch. So these are the polar curves that you should know to solve the problems. Without these curves you cannot solve any problem with polar curves there. Any doubt here?
2A is taken.
Pardon?
Point 2A is taken. Why the point 2A is taken here? Can you
2a
repeat that?
2a is a point for theta equal to 0 na. This point is, you can see when theta is a 0, what is r is a 2a na. So
Yes, yes, got it.
we are writing all coordinates in the form of r comma theta. First term is r and next term is a theta. Okay, here is a r and here is a theta. Here is a r and here is a theta. This is r and theta. That's now one last curve is there, which is a very simple curve, which looks like infinity. So let I show you. So this is the last curve, and its equation you should remember. Equation of Lemniscate that we require in polar only. Hardly one example is there on Lemniscate. Generally the examples are not coming on Lemniscate. So this r square equal to a square cos 2 theta. R square equal to a square cos 2 theta. This graph is like infinity symbol, which is symmetric about x-axis. This is x-axis. It is like x-axis, but actually in polar we say x-axis has an initial line, that is theta equal to 0 degree. Theta equal to 0 degree is x-axis, which is the initial line, and this is y-axis known as line perpendicular to initial line, that is theta is a pi by 2. So that's a lemniscate there. That is the graph of a lemniscate. So these are the prerequisite curves that we require for type 4. Okay, so all these curves you should know. You should know these curves first, and then the position of a strip. Let me come to that part. Now the strip position in a polar is not fixed. Okay, this strip position in the polar is not like vertical or horizontal like a Cartesian system. Here the strip is like a hand of the clock. Okay, to show that strip, let I show you small animation here first. I will use Here is a small coming. Remember, this curve is not a part of syllabus. It looks little. I will tell you which are that curves. Let I show you first. Two curves are drawn here. One curve looks like four petals. Okay, and that is also known as a rose curve. Okay, rose curve. Can you see the curves now? The first curve that is drawn in blue color is r equal to r is equal to sine 2 theta. R is equal to sine 2 theta is drawn. Actually, this is not a part of our syllabus. This curve is not required, which have the four petals there. Okay, actually this sine n theta curve have n, two n petals provided n is even, and it have only n petals if n is odd there. So that is a rose curve there. That is not part of a syllabus. So just for your understanding, I'm telling this is r equal to sine 2 theta curve, and whatever red color is there, that is r equal to cos theta. This is a part of our syllabus. What is r equal to cos theta? Yes, anyone? Quick.
Sir,
Huh?
first and fourth quadrant circle.
No. You should tell me in
Circle on the x-axis.
circle on the x-axis whose diameter is 1, because r equal to 1 cos theta is there. Suppose r equal to 4 cos theta is there, it have a circle with a diameter 4 on x-axis there. So right now r equal to cos theta is a circle whose diameter is 1 and that is on x-axis. So we have two curves here. One is one circle here and other is the rose curve there. And let me assume the region of integration. This region of integration is this one only. This is the region of integration that we have to cover. Now, in Cartesian, we draw either vertical strip. Okay, we draw the strip vertical or horizontal like this. So if this is the region, in this region we draw this vertical strip. But if we have to do it in polar, the strip is neither vertical nor horizontal. It is along a radial direction. What is a radial direction? It is just like a hand of the clock. So hand of the clock is fixed at origin. You can observe it is fixed at origin, and it will be like this. This is the strip, the position, and this end is fixed. This is a fixed, and upper end is rotating. Where it is rotating? It is rotating from this theta equal to 0 degree. Okay, theta equal to 0 degree to actually theta equal to 360 degree. 0 to 360 degree to complete the region. But right now the region exists in first quadrant only. So we may have the minimum and maximum theta over the region is 0 to pi by 2 only. There is no need to rotate further. Okay, we'll come to that. Let I show you that animation here. Is it there? Let I check. Play button. Oh, my mistake. You will observe this only I have to rotate. You will observe first I have the strip at theta equal to 0. Now I am dragging 0. Here is theta equal to near about maybe 30 or 45 degree. Then I am dragging up to 90 degree. So when I was theta as a 0 degree and at 90 degree, it covers the entire region. That gives us the limit of theta. Okay, so you have to drag the strip anti-clockwise, but strip lower end is fixed, this end is fixed, and upper end is only dragging. You may observe this upper end is touching to this curve first, so that gives upper limit up to that line, and after that line, after this point actually, after this point, the upper end varying on the circle. Then we have another limit. So here also there is need to divide the region into sub-region. So that way the strips are considered, but I know it is very difficult to understand in a single with single example. When we see the examples in the next session, this will become more clear there. But right now, just I want to show you here that the first suppose the required region is like this. This is the region of integration. first we should have minimum theta and maximum theta over region. So minimum theta is alpha. So region starts with theta equal to alpha and region ends at theta equal to beta. So this alpha to beta are the limits of theta there. That's minimum to maximum value of theta. That is the outer limits. So there is always fixed order in polar, that is a drd theta. Drd theta is the order of polar double integration and that is always fixed. Outer limits are always constant. Inner limits, you have to see where the lower end of the strip touches. Region starts at origin, so it is r equal to 0, and upper end touches to r equal to f theta curve. So this is 0 to f of theta. 0 to f of theta is the inner limits. While in the case 2 now, in the case 2, you will observe minimum and maximum theta is the same, alpha to beta. So outer limits are same, alpha to beta. But this strip is rotating from theta equal to alpha to theta equal to beta. We are dragging it this way. But at that time, the strip enters in the region for f1 theta and it touches to the curve, upper end touches to f2 theta. So limits are f1 theta to f2 theta. That about the limits of R there. So these are only two possibilities in polar coordinate. Either the region is connected with origin. If it is connected with origin, the limit starts with 0 to f theta. But if it is the region is away from origin, then it starts with some curve f1 theta to f2 theta. Okay, that way. So that about the limits of R and theta there. Got it? Any doubt? Is there any doubt?
So the outer limit will be always alpha to beta only.
Outer limit is always a constant. It depends on what is alpha and beta. So that may any angles there. Okay, that are always angle there. It may be like 0 to pi by 2 if the region is in first quadrant entirely. Are you getting?
Sir, in
So they will be always angle, right?
Yes,
Alpha and beta.
outer limits are always angle. Correct. They are of theta, na. So
sir, we'll integrate with respect to drd theta only.
yes, correct. Only dr d theta is order. D theta dr is never possible. Never possible. Okay. Only d theta dr is possible if all limits are constant. All limits are constant. But if inner limits are in terms of theta, inner limits are variable limit, then the order is a dr d theta only. Got it? We'll see the main questions in the next session, then it becomes more and more clear there.